There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Xbox Life episode 293. More choices. I am one of your hosts, Mark, aka Wingman 709, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Braun.
Hello, hello. Didn't hear the intro music again, but I can hear you.
That makes no sense. All
Yeah, I don't
right.
know.
And with us this week, filling in for Rob, is Mr. Bo.
Hey group, how you doing tonight?
And what is your gamer tag again?
Vengeful Loki.
So, welcome. Thanks for joining and filling in for the absentee Rob, who's out in sunny California right now for work and play and all that good stuff. So, we've got a very interesting show tonight. This has been a very busy week for Xbox news, and so we're going to jump right into it here pretty quick. But as always, be sure to visit us at thisxboxlife.com, which is our website, and also be sure to support us on Amazon.com. All your shopping, if you do all your shopping there via our affiliate link, then we get credit for that, and we can buy cool stuff to give back to you guys. So we're actually, and I don't think we've officially announced it yet, Bron, but I think I did get Rob's agreement on it. I know I got yours, but we'll just go ahead and say it. We don't need Rob's approval. We are going to give away an Xbox One. And of course, with the recent announcement, that makes it a little easier now, but we'll have to decide which one we're going to go for. I think we'll go for the whole enchilada, but with the Kinect. But we are going to give away an Xbox One here on this show. So keep using the Amazon link. If you live in the UK or Europe or somewhere else other than the US, you can go to our website, click on the Amazon link, and it'll automatically take you to the appropriate store with our link already embedded. So we appreciate you guys doing that. So doing that will help us get to that Xbox One giveaway even faster. So hopefully we'll have it out here in not too far future.
Yep.
So we'll have more for that as it happens. So with that, let's turn it over to what we've been playing, and we'll start with Bo this week. What have you been playing?
Actually, I went back and played a little bit of the Plants vs. Zombies and Call of Duty Ghosts Extinction mode. One have never played that mode before. Forgot it was even on there, and listening to one of our community members' podcast, and he was talking about playing that and how good it was. So I decided to go ahead and give it a try.
Yeah, it's I need to go back to extinct. I enjoyed the extinction mode. I never did able to get past the very first map, but it's still fun.
That it is. That it is. I think I only got through the first three or four hives, and that was it. Couldn't get any further. So just scratching the surface.
Yeah, we need to get like four people that are like rated. What is it like? I think level 35 or higher, and it takes four people of the various modes to really get through that.
Oh, I'm
So
only up to a level 4, so no chance.
Oh, wow.
yeah, it'll take you a while. That'll be tough. So anything else?
No, that's it. Just waiting for the next week. That's my game of the year.
Oh, okay. All right. Not this coming week, but
Well,
the next week. All right.
27th.
Okay. Say, I don't think Wolfenstein's going to be anybody's game of the year. So,
No, no, not at all.
alrighty. How about you, Rob? See, it's habit. I've been doing this with him too long.
Yep.
How about you, Brun?
Well, this week I played more Civ Rev. I don't know why. I just kind of sit back and let Jameson run around the living room and do what he's doing. I just can sit back and play that game. So um, I played 2 big rounds of it. I did, by knocking everybody out of the map, and then I did the one where you actually build the space station and did it through technology. That was a good 2.5 hour game trying to get through all that stuff, but it was pretty fun. So that's what I did on the 360, as well as Defense Grid. And then
Fun.
on PC, I did some Warframe and Diablo 3. So
Cool.
Diablo 3 is having their anniversary, and they're having for a full week. It's like 100% more chance of legendaries and double XP and a couple other things. So, but that's all I got in this week.
All right, for myself, I played some Titanfall. On my Xbox One, I played Titanfall, and I believe that was it. On my Surface, I played some Microsoft Bingo, Hexic, a new game called Microsoft Treasure Hunt, which it's funny. It's actually Minesweeper, but with a twist. It's like you're this little dude going through dungeons, but and you can pick up pickaxes and dynamite and bows and arrows, and you're fighting with these guys. But like as you go to these bricks, it's essentially Minesweeper. There's hidden traps, and so if you know how to play Minesweeper, you know how to flag the traps and get around them. So you got to flag them all so you can get to the exit and work your way. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of neat. I played it the other day, so I'll probably keep playing it. I also did play. I'm hearing feedback from somebody.
Yep. Sorry.
That's all right. I was like, I'm hearing myself. I also played Uno and Friends on the Surface. So then on the 360, I went and played The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 3. Actually got to that today. And I gotta say, I'm really disappointed. I know I've mentioned this before. It seems like the gameplay is getting less and less. I'd swear there was less than 5 minutes of actual gameplay in this entire thing. I just sat there the whole time watching. It's like watching TV, I mean, you're just watching the episode. There's so little gameplay, if you will, to it that it's kind of getting annoying to me.
Yes.
I will probably finish this second season, but I honestly don't know if I'll sign up for a third.
It's
Um,
it's one of those things. You know what happens when you spread yourself too thin, making too many games. The games
well,
start to suffer.
well, there was never really a lot of gameplay. I should go back and play the very first one because I'd swear there was more. You spent more time controlling your character and
Oh yeah.
doing things and making decisions. And today, this one was just like you just sit there and you're watching it. Very
Yeah.
little interaction. So I don't know. That's kind of bothering me. But I also got in some time this week on Saints Row the Third, which is now available for free on the 360. Fun game. It reminds me of the only Saints Row that I've actually played was I think I tried the first one. Never really got into it. It was very much like a GTA. And then some reason I don't remember why I got into. I played Saints Row 4. I think someone told me it was like Crackdown or something. Like, oh, if you like Crackdown,
hmm
you'll like Saints Row 4. Well, I loved Saints Row 4. And so Saints Row 3 came out, and I decided to give it a shot. I've heard it's probably the best one in the series. And it really reminds me of the fourth one, except for all the alien stuff. It's like the gameplay and the missions, it's all seems to be very much the same. Just not as graphically as pretty as the fourth one, but the game's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it, so I've been playing that, and we'll probably be playing that for the next several weeks. So, but that is it. That is what I have done. So, with that, we are going to go into our topics. But before we do, I must take a moment because, as some people know, on the Facebook group, that I said I was going to rant, and I'm not going to rant this week. Okay, I promise. But I'm going to more or less make a commentary because if you don't know what's happened and you've been living under a rock this week, or you've been just so busy with work that you haven't heard the news what Microsoft did, briefly, and we're going to go into that. We're going to go the whole news article, but basically, the real thing that caused everybody to get all mad and hate on Microsoft is that they have announced that they're going to pull the Kinect. They're going to have a console available that is Kinectless for $399, and everybody seemed to just die. Like it was the end of the world. Microsoft sucks. They don't know what they're doing. So, at first I was just like, I was joining in the commentary, talking to people, and finally I just got so irritated at everybody, at what was all this was being said. I decided I'm going to discuss this. So let's get this out of the way. So here we go. So what did the babies have to say? Here's some of the comments that I have seen across the interwebs. Microsoft burned me. Microsoft is bowing to pressure. Day one supporters got nothing. No free game, and we paid $100 for something we did not want, being the Kinect. Microsoft is not standing behind the product and the vision they told us about before launch. This will slow development of Kinect and usage from developers. Microsoft keeps backpedaling on their vision. Sony will now give out their camera for free to make Microsoft look bad. Devs won't develop for something that is not part of the install base. I did not want Kinect but had to pay $500 for it. Microsoft will charge $150 for a standalone Kinect. So that's just some of the garbage that was spewed out on the interwebs this week. All right, and here's my response to all of this. I would like everybody to think back to E3 in 2006. And you'll find that there was another titan of the game console business making many of the same choices and takebacks, only then it wasn't Microsoft, it was in fact Sony. The PlayStation 3 began life much like the Xbox One. A console sold as a modern media hub meant to do all things for all audiences and priced well above the competition. Also, like Xbox One, Sony was forced to strip features out and sell the PS3 for $100 less than launch price within a year. So what is the lesson here? PlayStation 3 went on to become a spectacular console despite a tumultuous first year defined by its bad reputation and sales slower than its rivals. It is a model not just for Xbox One's life to date, but its potential future. So Microsoft, the 360 had a whole entire year's lead on the PlayStation 3. And at this point, the PlayStation 3 is number 2 in sales of hardware in the last gen cycle, with the Wii as number 1 and the 360 as number 3. So all that cheaper price and everything out the gate did not have the 360 win the console war. Okay. So here's some additional comments. Hardcore gamers don't really make use of Kinect. Even Titanfall does not have any Kinect usages in the game, and that is a flagship title of the Xbox One. Kinect Kinect not being on each console was not going to kill Kinect development. It was not in every box on 360, and there were numerous games built for Kinect only, as well as many that were built better with Kinect. It was not required, and devs still built for it. If developers are going to the PS4 due to high console sales, then the loss of Kinect would not matter because we would lose the Xbox One. The platform itself is more important than the life of Kinect. Titanfall came out in April, and Xbox One did not win the month against Sony. This was the must-have game and the reason to buy the console, and it did not turn around the sales of the console when it launched. Microsoft even gave away copies with the console for a $50 discount, and it still did not help close the gap with Sony. Sony is in more markets. Losing Kinect allows Microsoft to ship to other countries much sooner, as they won't have to worry about voice support for Kinect in those countries. This is the right thing to do. Yes, it undermines Kinect a bit, but that's better than undermining the entire platform. Microsoft is responding to the market and what consumers really want. Leave the decisions to the experts. That's what I do. So that's my response to all the babies. And now I'm curious, Brun, what is your thoughts to it? I don't care if you disagree with me. Share your opinions. That's what we're about. Um, I'm curious as to what your response to all the negativity, um, or just to the news in general of
Right.
this week.
Well, a couple of the things that you're reading off kind of cracked me up. Like, Sony's not going to give away their camera for free, for one. And I like the comment of Microsoft's just going to sell the Kinect for $150 by itself. I said this like at work. I think they should sell it for $150. So you're given a chance of getting it for $100. If you don't take that chance, then yeah, you have to pay 150. So it's just like maybe that's what they should do. Um, some of the things that I've heard, and okay, so let's go back to E3 and when the Xbox, the Xbox One came out. They're saying that okay, we can't have a Kinectless Xbox because it's so tied into it, so on and so forth. And then they kind of changed their wording to saying, well, it's an integral part of the Xbox One experience. We don't want to bring out a Kinectless version because it really, fits in with the Xbox One and the whole experience that you're going to get with, gaming and entertainment and this and that. Now, with the release of a second Xbox One, basically the same exact console without the Kinect does not change their feeling or that statement. The statement is completely the same. There, in my opinion, there's nothing different about that. All they've gone and done and saying, hey, everybody has just been bugging us and driving us crazy about wanting, everything we read on the internet is, well, if they didn't have a Kinect to it, I'd buy one. If they didn't have a Kinect, if it was $399, I'd buy one. I'd buy one if it's $399. Who wants the Kinect? I don't use the Kinect. So all of a sudden they get one, they're just like, well, now they're backtracking. Now they're not going to support the Kinect. They've never come out and said that they're not going to support the Kinect. And if you go and talk to Microsoft or ask probably for an official statement, they may say something like, well, we want you to purchase the one that fits your decisions best. But really, they want you to buy the one with the Kinect. I mean, they have not backtracked or gone against, in my opinion, anything that they want to do. Now, I don't have an Xbox One. How does this fit my decision? Is I'm still buying one with the Kinect. And the reason why is because I can go get a Titanfall bundle sometime, or even the Forza 5 bundle just this week for $450. Now, get a game, get Kinect, $50 more. Why wouldn't you do that? To me, I would kind of rather have Microsoft drop the whole console to $399, but then in some people's eyes, and Mark even said this last week, does that show defeat? Does them price dropping show defeat? And I can kind of see what you're saying on that part. So what they do, they come out, give you a Kinectless version, which is what everybody wants. Who's afraid of Big Brother watching them, and go on from there. It just the whole news is like they can't do anything right. Yeah. They just can't do anything right. And really, honestly, I think a lot of the people complaining are mainly like Sony people, Sony fanboys, if you want to call it. I may be wrong. There's like the person that said they made me go buy one for $500 with a Kinect. No, they didn't. They didn't make you buy anything for $500. You went out and bought one for $500. If you wanted to wait it out for a Kinectless version, if you thought one was coming out, you should have did what I did and not buy one day one. But you come around and it seems like Microsoft's trying to listen to their community. I know, in my opinion, they do in some ways and they don't in others. They're trying to do something nice. They're trying to give people a choice. Now, for some reason, giving people this choice makes it seem like they just don't care about Connect anymore, and they don't want you to buy it with Connect, which is completely false. So, I mean, the whole news this week is just like you go off, you do this, and all of a sudden there's starting fires here and there, and I know Bo made some good points before we even started recording about the Connect to it, and to me, I'm still buying mine with Connect, saving $50. Or I know I say 50 because I know I'm going to find one for $450 with Connect. I just saving $50 doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
And just because I have one with a Connect doesn't mean I'm going to go buy such and such as Connect game, because I see a lot of developers are upset because they're saying that people can go buy what about their game and stuff, and I'm reading about their game, I'm looking, I was like, I want to buy your game anyways, I don't care what you say. I mean, that's just the way I am, I guess. But what do you think?
Well, let me put my bottle down because I'm one of the crybabies. uh, no, listening to your comments definitely sheds a new perspective on it. A couple of comments I made earlier in the as far as Microsoft diminishing the Xbox Vision. One of the key features they had discussing the camera, the Kinect, was that when you passed your controller to another person in the room, it would recognize them, and if their button layout was mapped in a different way, it would automatically change the layout so you didn't lose any time in the game. Just all of your personalization settings, it recognizes you. So I think I'm probably one of the few people that the Xbox One, one system to rule them all, so to speak. I use mine about 40% for games, 60% for video viewing, whether it's through Amazon or Netflix or just watching the TV, having that pass through on the TV. So, and Skype, obviously. So I like the Connect. Some of the games, I'm one of I think that taking it out of the system, yes, it does make it more affordable for the people that don't really care about those extras, that just want a gaming platform. But one of the unique things about it, and it's purely gimmicky, the zombie game, Dead Rising.
Yeah.
That came out with it.
Mhm.
It was unique because you could make sounds that the Kinect would pick up, and the zombies on the screen would react to that. And it's gimmicky. It gets old after a while, but it's just the advancements that knowing that every system was going to have the Kinect in it allowed the game developers to focus more time and money in those directions, saying, what else can we put into the game? How can we elevate it to the next level? And by taking it out, part of me says they're not going to try as hard to keep pushing forward on the vision. They'll just churn the games out and say it's for the gamer rather than taking it to what it could be. And even with the 360, the camera attachment for that, what was it, MIT or something? They were reprogrammed it so that just their movements they could operate, robotic arms and stuff. And it's an amazing device. And I'm one of the ones that I have my system, so the news really doesn't affect me that much. But I want to see the Microsoft Vision keep going forward rather than just coming across with poor marketing that makes them look like they're just trying to catch Sony however they can.
Yeah, and the thing about their vision, I really like the way you put that is, Microsoft Vision is this. Now, an Xbox One with a Kinect is their vision. And you're right, and it's almost like I wish there was a checklist. Here's the stuff, and somebody wrote one, I forget if it was GameSpot or IGN. It said here's the things that won't work without Kinect, and it kind of gave you a list of what's going on. Now, if a gamer, myself, who doesn't have an Xbox One, I'm thinking about purchasing. If I looked at that sheet and went down the list and said, okay, no, I don't need it, don't need it, don't need it, no, 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 okay, I can get the one without Kinect. And then I have an option of probably buying one to attach to it later if I come around to a feature that I really like. And the $150 thing, I know I was joking about that. I think somebody came out and said, somebody wrote and said, if when it's sold separately, it probably won't even be $100 to buy it. They think it'll be, less than 100, but nobody knows anything about that. Those are all rumors there. But that's such a good point. Their vision, they have their vision, and I think they're going to stick by it. Now, they're going to continue, and they're going to put out feature after feature after feature. Now, if a feature they put out requires Kinect, then you have to make a decision. If I have one without, and I want that feature, do I go spend the money, and do it at a later time? So it's kind of one of those things like, your ability to upgrade, if you want to call it. What's my upgrade path? Well, I'm not really worried about it until they come out with this feature, and when that feature comes along, I'll upgrade. But for now, I'm going to save myself $100, let's say. Maybe put it toward a game or something like that. I think that's what they're doing here. That's what they're making available for people, and it's not what I would call, like I like to refer to it, called backtracking, like them going against everything they're saying they're going to do. Now, if they were going to do that, they would just stop selling Kinect altogether. That, to me, that's two different things. If they said we're not selling Kinect ever again, it's off, no more Kinect coming with Xbox One, we're not going to sell it separately, then you guys all have something to complain about, because to me, that's huge. That's, it's extinct at that point. You guys have something on your console that does nothing, is it probably eventually do nothing, but that's not the case. So.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I see that I find sad about it is I almost wish Microsoft could have just said, you know what, we're going to leave Kinect in and cut the price. But that's taking a big loss, and we certainly don't want them to be unprofitable either, because for this device to stick around, they need to make money. I mean, plain and simple. So. But I think it would have made more sense if they would have somehow left it in and been able to cut the price anyways. I do feel they had to remove it, and the $100 price cut was required because with the $50 break and a free game, they still couldn't stop Sony. They still couldn't take sales there, or catch up in the month of Titanfall being released, and this is a huge title. So. The sad thing I see out of this is people that are going to buy the console without Kinect, they really are missing out on a lot of really neat features. Paul Thurrott had made a comment that he tests some. He's a Microsoft, writes for Microsoft. I mean, he's not a Microsoft employee, but what is it? He works for Windows NT Magazine or something to that effect. But he's like big into Microsoft. I mean, he follows everything they do. He's very knowledgeable. And one of the things he was talking about was that he's tried a lot of these multimedia devices like the Rokus and stuff like that, and the Amazon Fire. And he said the Amazon he doesn't really care for the device, but what he liked is that you can lift the remote up and press a button and speak to it and say, I want to see a movie with, somebody in it, a certain actor or actress. And he says it works. It's very easy. It's very simple. You just pick it up and talk to it. And he said that's what he loves about Kinect is that he says, you got a house full of people and you're watching a movie, all of a sudden someone comes in and starts talking, or you got to stop the movie. You got to, if you're using smart glass or your smartphone, to control the device, then by the time you go back to get it, it's already gone to sleep. So you got to put your pin in, and then you got to launch the application, and then you got to say, okay, pause. If you're using a remote control, how many times you're searching, or it went down in a couch cushion, you're trying to find it. He says with the Kinect, it's just Xbox pause, simple as that. And he's like, and what's bonus is that anybody can say it, and it will respond to the voice command. So there's a lot of things that consumers are going to miss out. Is it important to walk in the room and say Xbox on and it do it? No, but now that I can do that, it's great. I love it. I walk in every day and say it. I can say watch TV, do this, change the channel. I can say the channel watch Fox News, watch ABC, watch NBC, whatever. I could say it just by using my voice. I don't have to go hunting for a remote. And this came true the other night. Last night, in fact, I was streaming a movie over from Xbox Video, and I wanted to go down and grab a snack. And so I immediately start looking for my controller. And of course, the control off. And then I'm like, oh, wait, what am I doing? Xbox pause. And bam, it did it. So I just walked out. When I came back, I just said Xbox play. And I didn't have to go and turn the controller back on again and then hit the button to turn. It is a very neat technology, and it does work, and it's so much better than the original one. So I think a lot of people are going to miss out on a lot of cool stuff. You can't broadcast. So people that want this, and then they find out, oh, they can't broadcast because there's no camera. There's no microphone. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to have to buy the Kinect peripheral. You can't Skype without it. So you're gonna lose out on the capabilities of the hardware by not buying it. So I implore people, Braun, I'm glad to hear you say you're gonna do it. If you going forward, you're like, ooh, good, now I can get one. Get the full version. Get it with Kinect. You don't need it for games, but it's really neat for the other stuff. I think you'll enjoy it. But the good thing is if you decide, hey, I wish I could broadcast on Twitch, or I would like to Skype, you are going to be able to buy an add-on later on. Also, Paul mentioned that, and he's very much in the know and tied into people at Microsoft. He fully believes that this device is worth more than $150, $100. He thinks that's Microsoft's cost, and that's why they just couldn't simply, he doesn't believe they're making money on it. So that's why he feels that they ended up choosing to pull it out, because they just, can't take that big of a loss at this time.
I mean, one other funny thing, and we've said this, a number of times, like one of your other comments that was on there, like hardcore gamers, they made hardcore gamers purchase something that they don't want. I mean, if you're a super hardcore gamer nowadays, what's one thing you're doing when you're playing your games? You're streaming it on Twitch. That's
right.
The hardest of the hardcore or something you want to do that. Well, guess what you can't do?
Yep.
And then the PlayStation is selling great, and that's fantastic. To me, the Sony's gaming division is keeping that company alive. I mean, everybody saw how bad, has read all the stories probably about how bad their financial situation was. And their gaming division lost a little bit of money, but that's expected because that's all big R&D budget and things like that. But those guys are keeping that company alive. It's crazy. But what's their number one peripheral that's being purchased right now? What's the one you can't find in stores right now? It's the camera.
Oh, for the PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people can't stream without it. They touted the whole Twitch thing, but you still need to buy the $60 peripheral to be able to do it.
You can stream without it. You just can't show your face and stuff on it. You can't have the video camera. I think
okay.
you can still go without it. Yeah, and I think the Xbox you can too.
Right. You don't need. I don't ever stream with with me on it.
Yeah, but it's for those hardcore gamers, man, that want to do Twitch. They want to see their face.
Right.
They want to do that stuff. So that thing's $60. So if you want to be with a majority of the PlayStation owners, or the ones that are just dying to find this camera, all of a sudden you're $460. What's the difference? I mean, I don't understand the difference anymore.
Yeah, it's people are complaining about everything these days. It's like no one's, and that's what kills me. They can't do anything. Everybody complains, and I mean, from the other side, the PlayStation people, they're going to complain no matter what. Look at the years that they said, "Oh, you guys got to pay for online." Ha ha ha. Well, guess what? Now they are, and that doesn't seem to be a problem for them. It's like they don't criticize Sony for all of a sudden following Microsoft steps and making their own people do it. So. It's but my whole thing this week was all the Xbox fans getting mad, thinking that they deserve a refund and that they all this type of stuff, and I was just like, no, you don't deserve anything.
Take your Kinect to GameStop.
They'll buy
because
it.
now that there's an Xbox that's without a Kinect, they'll probably give you $30 for the Kinect at GameStop. You can get that $30 and they'll start selling those things as peripherals to the people that want to come in and get them later, and they'll sell them for $80 or something. Who knows
Yeah.
what they'll do? But they'll probably start taking them. But one thing is, like, saying about the vision and stuff like that, and maybe they're finally listening to us. Just in the last month, I'm glad that Microsoft's listening, and I'm glad that Sony's listening. And they're doing things that's right, because, for example, let's say a company says they're going to give a game away for free. That game gets delayed. Then the game comes out and you're still getting it for free, but you're only getting 2 tracks and a couple cars. And then you have to buy the game. But if you buy the game and you don't have the extra, Xbox Live, PlayStation Plus, then you can't play the game. People got very, very angry about that, something
Yeah.
like that. And then say the people saying, we don't want this. We want it to be able, if we buy it, we should be able to play it anytime we want. And then they turn around and backtracked. I'll use that backtracking word. They backtracked and they said, okay, if you buy it, you can do whatever you want with it. I think that's great. They listened to people and they didn't try to deliberately rip you off and steal your money. So,
Yeah.
boo on Microsoft for doing that. Oh wait, that wasn't them. But
Uh-huh.
it's the same. To me, it's the same thing. It's like they're getting a lot of hate. Sony's praised for everything they do, but Sony actually tried to rip people off. And people
Yeah.
can say that. People can say, like, forcing me to buy Kinect is ripping me off, but I don't think it is, because it actually works and
Yeah.
does everything you guys are saying.
And they're not
But,
forcing you to do anything. So.
yeah, yeah.
But it's all I come out of it is, you know what, all the people on the internet, including myself, I'm not an expert. I don't do
Yeah.
that. If I was an expert and I knew how to do it, then I would be doing it. So leave it to the people that are there doing it. We've seen great consoles with great visions die off, and they're no longer in existence anymore. Is that what you want for the Xbox One? You want Microsoft to hold to their guns and give you that vision, and a year later it's vaporware because nobody wants to spend the money or no one wants that vision yet? We're not ready for it. You gotta. They are gonna move us forward. They are, but they have to give consumers a choice. Some people like myself will buy into the vision, and you know what? I've got it. I'm enjoying it. I love what I have. Others don't want it. They'll get it at another date, But we're still going to see that vision come down the road. It's just the world's not ready for it. So, thank you, Microsoft, for giving us the choice. Because we need more people to buy the console. We need this thing to be successful so we can continue the innovation. So, all right, Bo, did you have any? I know you've been awful quiet. Did you have any other comments before we jump into our news?
No, I just listening to what you're saying.
Yeah. He's thinking, shut up, Brun. Shut up, Brun. Shut up, Brun.
Shut up, Ron. Shut up, Mark. I want it the way it was. I hate Microsoft. No. All right, let's jump into our topics for the week. We'll start off basically now giving you the story of all the things that happened to bring forth all the hatred. So let's move into that.
All right. Well, Phil Spencer had a little bit to say this week. So first, beginning on June 9th, in all markets where Xbox One is sold, we will offer the Xbox starting at $399. This is a new console option that does not include the Kinect. For $399, our new Xbox One offering will continue to deliver access to the best blockbuster games like Titanfall, Call of Duty Ghosts, Forza Motorsport 5, Dead Rising 3, and the upcoming Watch Dogs, Destiny, and Sunset Overdrive. You will also be able to access popular entertainment apps such as Twitch, YouTube, and Netflix, as well as watch live TV and use OneGuide. Finally, you will be able to continue to use many of the unique features of the Xbox One, including the ability to get game invites while you watch TV, switch between the games and entertainment apps, enjoy Twitch broadcasts, and upload your favorite gaming moments. Question about that, though. I'm not sure how they're uploading the moments without the camera. But anyway, next, we're bringing more value to Xbox Live Gold members and offering all 360 and Xbox One owners access to entertainment apps, whether or not you have an Xbox Live Gold membership. In early June, here is what you can expect from the new generation of Xbox Live.
yeah, that's kind of huge that they're finally, you know. All right, so free games with gold. All right, so games with gold is coming up on a year. It's their year anniversary. So since then, 12 million people enjoyed great free games. 200 million hours of free fun playing games with gold titles. Um, they've been learning from our feedback. Imagine that. Um, and I've focused on making improvements each month to the selection of titles to celebrate the 1 year, like I said. 360 for 360 as a thank you. There'll be for help shaping the program. Members will receive an additional free game. So in June, you're going to get Dark Souls and Charlie Murder. So that's going to be basically the 2 games for June. And for their thank you and for the year anniversary, you're getting Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. And then they're also pleased to bring Games with Gold to Xbox Live Gold members on Xbox One in June. Members will have a subscription-based access to free games ranging from top hits to breaking indie stars. The program will launch with Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood,
Yeah.
and Halo Spartan Assault. A single gold membership will get you access to the free games for both Xbox One and 360. So in this here, if you're Xbox One, if you have an Xbox One with Xbox Live, you get Max and you get Halo, and then you also get the 3 titles for 360. So on your 360, you'll be able to play all 5 titles, and on the Xbox One, you'll be able to play the 2.
7 free games in June.
I only count 5. Oh, well, okay, you're counting the 2.
It's
twice.
because
Okay.
you're getting Halo, Spartan Assault on both platforms and Max on
Right.
both platforms.
Okay.
So you can double up the achievements.
Yeah.
I will probably, I've got Spartan Assault on the Surface and on my Xbox One. There, and Microsoft a couple months ago said, "Oh, you get a discount if you buy it on the 360," and I was like, "No, I don't think so." Well, now I can go and play it again on the 360 for free and get achievements again if I want. And I'll probably download Max as well because it's a fantastic game. I might play it on the 360 just to see how it looks.
Yeah.
Now,
real quick before you go to your next thing, make sure I understand this right. I'm asking you guys because I've read this and I want to make sure I've heard it right. So Xbox Live or Xbox 360 games with gold, you own the game. It's yours. Whether you have if you let it expire or not, you can still play the games and everything. Now, like Sony, PlayStation Plus, when you don't have PlayStation Plus, any of the games you've downloaded, they stop working. I've read and I've heard that. Am I jumping ahead? Because I was trying to read ahead to see if this was in there, and I didn't see it in there.
You just read it. Okay. 360, nothing changes. It works as it's always worked. You own the games, period.
Subscription-based access. Okay.
On Xbox One,
right,
it's a subscription-based access to the free games. So
Gotcha.
you have to download them when they're available. You have to have Xbox One Gold when they're made available so you can download them. And if your membership expires, you can no longer play the game. So you will not have permanent access to them.
Right, until you re-up the game.
Well, actually, on mine, before it's recognized me and logged me in, if I've clicked on a game that I've downloaded, it asks me if I purchased the game, that I have to log in order for it to recognize and start. I've noticed that a couple times this week.
Is that your primary console?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it wasn't supposed to ask you that if it was your primary.
Yeah, it's a grayish black screen, and it says, if you own the game, either put the disc in or go to the store and download it or sign in.
Huh. That's weird.
Just got to make sure you signed in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I thought the licensing for Xbox titles was you get a license for the console and a license for your account. So then the one on your console can be played by anybody who plays on your console. And then if you went to, say, your friend's house and wanted to download it there, then you would sign in, download it, and you could play it as long as you're signed in.
I think on the that's the way the 360 was, but I think on the Xbox One, I think you need to be connected to live.
So then if I download a game that I purchased onto my Xbox, you know how everybody can share the Xbox Live Gold
Yes.
on your Xbox? Does that mean my boys can sign into their accounts and play the game?
Your boys will be able to sign into their accounts on your
Mm-hmm.
on the if you only have a single Xbox One, that's your
Right.
home gold. They
Right.
all you don't have to buy gold for them. They all have gold capabilities off that one console.
But what about the games that I purchased? Like if I buy
Yes. Yes.
Titanfall, okay. See,
Yep.
that's why I'm
Y-
saying it's a little weird that he has to make sure he's signed in when
I think you just have
that's
to
on
be
there.
you just have to be on live, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
So
some whether it's you or your boys, somebody from that system has to be logged into live in order to access content on the system.
right.
okay. Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So
So
this
so
was a little. People were kind of complaining about this too because
you can't
oh, I
complain
don't get
about
to
it.
keep the games. I don't
You
get to
can't.
keep them anymore. Well, you know what? Sony, you don't get to keep them either. You never were able to.
Yeah.
And for the people who, and what kills me is like those that are complaining, they're already gold subscribers anyways. I mean,
Hmm.
really? Like,
Yeah.
if anyone has a reason to complain, I could sit here and complain, oh, they're giving away 2 games that I already paid for, so I don't get nothing for free. Boo hoo hoo. I'm not complaining. I'm excited because we didn't get crap Loco Cycle. They're giving out awesome, fun games to play that people are going to get. I am so stoked that Max is the first one. I'm blown away. They're giving an amazing title out for free in June to Xbox
And
One. We'll
unfortunately,
probably
I won't have mine in June to be able to get that one.
you know what? It's worth the price. But, I don't
Yeah.
even care. I think this is pretty cool. I'll probably
Yeah.
download them on the 360 just because.
Well,
You
one
know?
one one thing I was thinking about this is, we've said, and sorry, not we. I've said that I wanted the games for gold to be more like Sony's because Sony could offer more up-to-date games, better content and stuff like that. And what did they do? They went out and they just basically copied Sony completely. Because definitely about what you're about to read as well is almost an exact copy of what Sony does. Now, what I'm thinking is for them to be able to make it subscription based allows them to make it better titles.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I mean,
that's why we're getting for these ones we get to keep. That's why
yeah,
we're getting 6-year-old games.
right. It's
So
stuff that's dropped off that they can probably pay. They got to pay the developers. Probably for every download on those free games, I'm sure they got to pay a developer something.
hmm
So they got to make these deals where it's dirt cheap and it's going to be extra money into the developer, but it's not going to break Microsoft.
right.
They're not going to give $60 games away for free every month. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You'd only
And
pay $60 a year for even if you pay full price, you're paying $60 a year for gold.
yeah.
They can't give you it all back to you in the first 2 weeks with a free
Yeah,
game.
you have a really good point though. I know I let my gold lapse there, but that's because I don't have an Xbox One and I wasn't playing my 360 very much. How many people have a 360 or something and do not have Xbox Live Gold? I mean, I know there's some, but really, like everybody that's here, everybody that's listening, typing in the chat, all three of us on here, why would we not have Xbox Live Gold?
Why would we
So,
not have Xbox One? Oh,
uh,
oh.
well, I heard a podcast is giving one away for free here soon.
Yeah, for those late to the show, we are going to be giving an Xbox One away, and we're gonna do with Connect because that's just the way it is. So, but
Yep.
anyways, let's move on with this story. So here's some more cool stuff that Braun was alluding to. Exclusive discounts and deals with gold will also launch for Xbox One in June, delivering discounts for great games each month, with significant savings for Xbox Live Gold members. Now, please note this is for Xbox One. Okay. The first titles offered in June will include Forza Motorsport 5, Rise, Son of Rome, and a few other surprises. In the coming months, we will offer significant savings of up to 50 to 75% off certain titles. This program will continue to be available for Xbox Live members on Xbox 360. Cool. Good. So it is going to be both platforms. And new on Xbox One, we will launch a virtual VIP room exclusive to Xbox Live Gold members where we will feature free games, monthly deals, and other great benefits. So, I mean, Microsoft, it took them some time, but they did listen. And they are giving us the Xbox Live Gold is now competitive with PlayStation Plus. You know? So, and for all those that said they should have done a long time ago, well, look how long Xbox Gold was around and what we were getting when PlayStation didn't get nothing. So they finally, after several years, go, okay, we're going to start charging. We're going to come up with PlayStation Plus. Well, they looked at what Microsoft did and they improved on it. Okay, so now Microsoft did the same thing. All right, look at this past year or so, what PlayStation Plus has done and what they're doing. How do we improve our program to be better? And that's what they've done. Here it is. You know, I'm so excited that I, as a gold member, am going to be able to get discounts off of certain stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the title, what Rise Son of Rome is going to be discounted, because they discounted it once before. I think the $40, and I almost bought it, but I didn't because I'd already played the game. But it's one I want to have in my digital collection. And I would like to probably pick up some of the DLC. So, and I want to support them on the digital. So as soon as this thing comes up, I'm going to purchase this thing this time around, especially if it's 50% off. The game was at worth full price. So this is good stuff. But there's more. So Bo will wrap up this article and tell us what the other part of this news was.
Well, the popular entertainment apps will be available for all 360 and Xbox One owners. So Xbox 360 has been the leader in delivering entertainment experiences for years, with over 170 global entertainment apps and experiences available today. We're constantly adding new partners and experiences to the growing catalog on Xbox One. Coming in June, anyone with an Xbox will be able to access popular entertainment experiences whether or not you have Xbox Live Gold membership. This includes great gaming apps like Machinima, Twitch, and Upload, popular video services like Netflix, Univision Deportes, GoPro, Red Bull TV, HBO Go, sports experiences like the NFL app for Xbox One, MLB TV, NBA Game Time, NHL Game Center, and more. Microsoft experiences include Internet Explorer, Skype, OneDrive, and OneGuide will also be available to all Xbox customers. We've heard that you want more choices from Xbox One. You want a wide variety of options in your games and entertainment experiences, and you also want options in your hardware selection. To be clear, as we introduce this new Xbox One console option, Kinect remains an important part of our vision. Many of you are using Kinect for Xbox One every day. 80% are actively using Kinect with an average of 120 voice commands per month on each console. Some of the most popular voice commands include, I hate to say these out loud, Xbox,
Xbox off, yes.
we'll just say X on, broadcast, record that. We will continue to offer a premium Xbox One with Kinect bundle to deliver voice and gesture controls, biometric sign-in, instant personalization, instant scanning of QR codes, and enhanced features only available with Kinect in games such as Kinect Sports Rivals, Just Dance 2014, Project Spark, and more. If you decide to buy Xbox One for $399 and later decide you want to have all of the experiences Kinect enables, we'll have a standalone sensor for Xbox One later this fall. More details about that will be mentioned in the coming months.
So yeah, like the big thing, that big sentence in there, Kinect remains an important part of our vision. So as a new Xbox One console option. So I kind of like how they did that. And I was sitting there, I was reading this, one thing, I was telling you guys before the show is my buddy, he was waiting for that option. He actually pre-ordered his for June 9th. He did not want Kinect. He said, I don't want them watching me and watching everything I do and listening to me. That's what he said. So he cracks me up. So he's just afraid that they're listening and watching everything that he does, even when it's turned off. And when they come around and sit there and say an average 120 voice commands and stuff like that, and however many millions that they did, it's just like, how do you know that? You're not supposed to know that. No, wait a minute. Are you listening? So it's like the first thing I thought was like, oh man, people are going to latch onto that and be like, they're listening when they're not supposed to. So, but all right, I put the
All right.
link in the chat on our show because there's a nice grid that shows what you're getting between Xbox One and 360. So, oh, one more thing. Not to complain
Oh,
or
here
be
we
a
go.
baby about this. Why didn't they just not make that available right when they announced it? Sorry, the removing the gold gate. Why did they wait until June? I just find
Well,
it
they
funny.
they
I
just,
find it
I
a little
mean,
weird.
Brun, we're 2 weeks away.
That's too far.
It's
Okay.
2 weeks away. they they just announced it.
I
It's
wanna
not like
know.
we gotta wait 6-7 months to get it.
I
It's
know.
gonna be gone in 2 weeks, June 1st.
Yep.
It's probably because of the monthly titles. So they're just
Yep.
taking the gate off for everything with the games for gold and all that stuff. Make that complete flip with a Switch on June 1st. So
Well,
Rotten
one thing
baby.
just to segue into that. What about all these people who just buy an Xbox Live Gold subscription to use those features? Let's say. So if you went out and bought an Xbox Live Gold right before Microsoft made this announcement, you know, yeah, here's what they say. If that's the case, if that's what you did, your bad luck is about to take a turn for the better, as Microsoft will be offering a refund to customers who no longer wish to keep an active gold subscription once the changes to Xbox Live take effect. So if you I imagine there's going to be a date on this. Like you're going to probably
you got to do it, I think, before September.
before August 31st,
Okay. Yeah.
2014. Yeah, no, they're not going to refund you if your Xbox Live Gold was purchased,
2
last
years
year.
ago.
I think your purchase date of is probably going to have to be within the last month or so. At least this month, wouldn't you think?
No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna be, because they can look at your history, and if they look at your history and see the only thing you've been doing is
All right.
Netflix, they'll probably just give you the money. They'll probably
Yeah.
just reimburse you as long as but they're not gonna go back probably several years.
Yeah.
But anybody that we won't get any details on it any further than what they've given.
Yeah.
It's just call in and take care of it, and they'll
Yeah.
handle everybody as needed. So.
Now I don't know about you, but I really don't like how they backtracked here. I think they should really just keep everybody's money and just not refund any of it.
It's just a goodwill gesture.
I know. I'm just playing.
You know,
So,
do they have to
yeah.
do it? No, they don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I just think it again. It shows a company that cares about their customers, and those customers are just whining and crying regardless. It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy. So
Jesus Walks a Lot is hitting the same point that I put when I heard about this that they're refunding. I was like, oh, that's really nice of them. And I was sitting there thinking, like, how many people have an Xbox and just literally use their Xbox as this device? Because by the time they pay
Right.
for gold a couple times, you could have went and bought a Roku or
right, and that's the thing. I
Apple
think this
TV.
is it's more of a PR thing because
Yeah.
there's
It's 10
probably
people.
there's probably 10 people that bought an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One just to stream Netflix,
Yeah.
and that's it. So this isn't like some huge money loss thing.
Right.
You
I
know,
agree.
someone's gonna call up. Jesus is gonna call up and go, "I want my rebate," and they're gonna go, "Dude, you've played 70 hours of Titanfall, 400 hours of Battlefield 4 online. No, you're not getting no friggin' refund." And
Oh, your
he's
KD is horrible. We're not going to give you a refund.
so yeah. I want Jesus to call in because he said he was gonna get his. I want to see what they tell you. They might give him a free month of Xbox Live Gold. Is probably what they'll do.
Yeah.
So
All right. I just
But-
tied in my my next story into that, so
all right.
you're up.
I'm up. So this is cool. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls Ultimate Evil Edition is coming to the Xbox One and Xbox 360 on August 19th. Blizzard has announced this action RPG new console edition includes the Reaper of Souls expansion and represents the debut of Diablo 3 on the Xbox One. It'll be priced at $60. Um, and let's see. And pre-orders include infernal pauldrons for players to equip and look all in. So, yeah, the Reaper of Souls is the DLC, which I really want. I had rented Diablo 3 for the Xbox 360, and dude, I played through that game like 4 or 5 times,
Yep.
like in a week or a week and a half, dude. I was
Well,
hooked.
you
So-
should definitely get it then. Get this one for the Xbox One.
Oh,
The
I will. I'll be
DLC is
buying this.
Fantastic.
It
I
looks
love that
great.
game.
Yeah, I've seen some Twitch feeds of it, so I will be buying this one, the for sure, the Ultimate Evil Edition on Xbox One, and I'll be playing all through it again, man. So
Yeah, it's so good.
it'll be fun.
Yep.
So that's
good.
coming. What I say, August 19th. So yeah, baby.
Yeah, that might be about the time when I have mine, so maybe that'll be a good co-oping time.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, as you wander the scorched earth left behind your 100th battle in Titanfall, you discover what looks like a travel brochure. It reads, "Dear Titanfall players, tired of the same places? Need to get away from it all? Respawn's Expedition Travel Package has what you need. Try scenic swampland, where you, your jetpack, and your giant robot can crush enemies in a quiet, natural environment. Then again, if you like the hustle and bustle of modern life, you can always head for Runoff and fight in a more industrial arena. Not the outdoors type? Order a pizza, stay inside your Titan, and battle for virtual supremacy in war games instead. Titanfall Expedition DLC, short for Dramatic Life Encounters, will be available via Xbox One and PC in May, and for Xbox 360 in June for $9.99. Intrepid explorers ready to grab the Titan by the handles can also purchase a season pass for $24.99 and automatically receive the Expedition image or package, as well as 2 more upcoming DLC packages.
Just so you guys know out there, anybody that didn't get this is and it's been very well expressed by Mr. Dizzle. There are no achievements in this this DLC pack, and he's pretty upset about it and feels that it should be in there. So if you're looking for more achievements, don't look for them with the Expedition DLC pack. So
$24.99 doesn't seem too much for a season pass.
no, but I think it's only 3 I think it's 3 map packs of 3 maps or something. So. It's not as much as like Call of Duty would give you, but then again, I hated paying $50 for a season pass, so I think $20 to $25 is much better. So
Call of Duty's used to be $15, and it used to be 3 new maps and usually like 2 remakes. I know it's 5 total, but
so yeah, and then the zombie map or something. So
yeah,
but
I forgot about zombies.
so
All right, okay.
so
Favorite news of the week. This is my favorite news of the week. I was so happy. Oh, I'll tell you, I was happy about both of these, but then I was kind of little just like, oh man, you know. But Halo 5 has been announced. I was jumping up and down. It was announced for 2015, which I kind of already guessed that, so nothing new to there. But the game is called Halo 5 Guardians. So, really, there's no news into the story. A lot of people are speculating this or that. But the one thing is what they're saying is like a lot of people are kind of concerned. Why is it 2015? Why is it not this year? You know, the thing for that is that not only are they making a brand new game, they're actually building a new engine on this one. So the engine that was built for Halo 4 for the 360 was great, pushed 360 up to it, you know, to its limits. So what they're doing here is they're writing a whole new engine just for the Xbox One, and that's what you're going to get. So the next one is Halo 5 Guardians. I believe this is also a new trilogy, if I wasn't mistaken from the last time that I heard. But so that's all. Hopefully, we'll see maybe another trailer or something at at E3, probably during the press conference for sure. Hopefully, they don't spend too much time on it this E3 conference, because since it's not going to be out till late next year, they can spend all next year's E3 conference on it. So, but exciting. Gee, were you guys excited about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm it's gonna be great. It's gonna run at 60 frames per second, and I imagine it'll be 1080p, even though all the other Halo games are at 900. So, all right, that was the first big announcement. More Halo news. This is a rumor.
Oh, it's a
Halo-
great rumor.
Well, yeah, yes and no. So I read this rumor and I walked out and I said, sell my 360 in every game I have with it, because the one series I care about, I can play on the Xbox One now. So Halo, the Master Chief Collection, has been rumored for Xbox One. So that's going to be Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, 3, and 4, all rezzed if they needed to be rezzed and updated or whatnot, and will be out together, for the Xbox One. The bummer part about it is it does not include ODST, which I know some people are just like, who cares? But it doesn't include Reach either. And Reach, in my opinion, was a very good game. So I really liked Reach. So that was the other big news. It's a rumor though, so can't really tell you if it's true or not. So would you guys rebuy it if that was the case?
Oh, absolutely. I actually made the mistake today. Well, not really a mistake, but Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Watched it for the first time today, and it got me so jazzed to get back in and play Halo. And I realized I only have an Xbox One. I can't play it yet.
Oh,
So, kind of on the fence of, do I go buy a 360 for the next few months, or just wait? So yeah, if it comes to X1, absolutely a must purchase.
yeah. See, I'm still in the same boat with all the other remakes that I've said before. Is if I already have 2, 3. I have one. Well, I don't have one. I don't think. Yeah, I have one. I don't have the re-res version of it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have all of them. Halo Wars and everything. If I can't get them all on the Xbox One and I still have to have them for the 360, that means I'm still going to have my 360 around. I won't rebuy them. It's just, one of those things that I probably won't do. Now, the one thing that was got me thinking about this remastered is we've heard more rumors that they're going to be announcing the Halo 2 remake.
Yep.
Or has that been official?
That was rumored for announcement at E3.
Yeah, announcement at E3 for this year would be Halo 2. Now my thing is it's not going to be Halo 2, it's going to be this. That's what I'm thinking.
I think this will be released to compete with the Mass Effect re-engineered series.
Yeah. So
I would expect them to do the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition and also this Halo Master Chief Edition with everything. I think they'll put them both out. Whether they come out at the same time or not, I don't know. But the Halo 2 Anniversary will be, for 360, and then I think this will come out for the Xbox One. So you get every Halo game except Reach and ODST on the Xbox One. So they're separate.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So
I got you.
Yeah, it'll be cool. But I would buy
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. I have a couple series. I have the Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, and Halo. Those are the 3 series of games that I have pretty much all of them. And to get rid of my 360 means I have to get rid of all those. And it's just kind of like I have them all, just hold on to the 360. So,
Yeah.
but, all right.
Cool.
That's it.
All right. So I think the next one is May with maybe Gears of War. The next Gears of War game from Black Tusk Studios is still in the concept and prototyping stage, according to studio manager Rod Ferguson. In February, Microsoft's head of Xbox Phil Spencer suggested we won't get our hands on the next Gear title anytime soon. So recently, Ferguson further drove that point home, saying we're only 100 days in. He was unable to answer any specific community questions about the upcoming game. Ferguson also jokingly gave the audience a first look at some concept art for Black Tusk Studio game, and it was just one of those super blurry images that
Yeah.
means nothing. They're like, "Hey, here you go." I remember back when we got that with Respawn. It was a blurry image. It's like, what the heck is that? So when asked if Black Tusk would stick to the canon establishing Gears of War books and graphic novels, Ferguson replied, "Yes, as best we can. I believe fun is greater than canon. That's not to say I'm going out of my way to destroy canon, but if I get to a situation that may invalidate a comic book or a book, I'm going to make that fun decision." So in January, Microsoft acquired the rights to Gears of War franchise from Epic Games and handed the development duties to the Vancouver-based Black Tusk Studios. So I'm just happy there's going to be... I'm glad that People Can Fly aren't doing the next one, because I really didn't care for Judgment. I think it was a real letdown, even though I like People Can Fly. That's the studio that made Bulletstorm, and Bulletstorm was freaking fantastic, and I wish they'd make a Bulletstorm too. But yeah, I don't think they did a good job with Gears Judgment. So Black Tusk, I think, is a good studio. I think they're going to do it well justice, and I think it's going to be a great game. So I look forward to seeing what they do with it. So.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Ubisoft announced that Tom Clancy's The Division will be released in 2015 for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. This news comes from the game's official blog, where the team elaborates, "Working on The Division is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all of us at Massive, Reflections, and Red Storm Entertainment. We are creating something we are really proud of, and we don't want to compromise on quality. We're going to release the game when it's ready." An anonymous source told IGN earlier this year that The Division would be slipping to 2015. Developed on the powerful Snowdrop engine, The Division was revealed during Ubisoft's E3 2013 press conference. Everybody was impressed by what they saw with the game last year, particularly the survivalist themes and the ambitious take on the multiplayer. Ubisoft's new post also confirms that they will be showing the game next month in Los Angeles at E3 2014, so stay tuned for much more on The Division.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that game a lot.
It looks so good that it's just like, it's one of those things, back to normal thing. You have to take your time to make it good. Don't push yourself. So all right. Also, Ubisoft had a lot of stuff, man. They kind of got some bad news and good news, and they were all over the place last couple of weeks. But definitely with their financials and stuff. Ubisoft has announced Far Cry 4. So all you Far Cry fans out there, I know Soul Assassin's a Far Cry fan. I am not, though, but that's okay. Far Cry 4 will be released on November 18th in North America, November 20th in Europe, on Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and PC. It is set in, I'm going to say, Kyrat. How I'm going to pronounce that. A fictional Himalayan region ruled by a self-appointing king, which confirms some of the earlier rumors. Whether or not Drive composer Cliff Martinez is involved remains to be seen. Let's see. They said they wanted the development lead said they wanted to take the franchise to the next level and create a game that will surprise and exceed fan expectations. Ubisoft will likely won't say much until E3, so in June. But there you go. Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Looking at that box art there, Far Cry 4, it looks like Siegfried and Roy here.
Yeah, I saw.
It does not look. The third one was kind of dark. This one is looks like a Vegas show poster here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
I I saw one where they took the Far Cry 4 and I think they replaced it with House of Cards. Kevin
okay.
Spacey
Yeah,
and
Kevin
stuff with
Spacey.
House of Cards. So that's pretty funny. But yeah. All right. Next.
Oh, is that me?
Yep.
That would be me. Saints Row 3, Saints Row the Third is now free for Xbox Live Gold subscribers. I mentioned it earlier. So this game is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it so far. But if you're a Gold subscriber and got a 360 still, haven't played it, go on out and grab it. You've got till the end of this month before it's gone. That is it.
All right, and the latest on the gradual release of the Xbox One May update. Those patiently waiting for the next software update for Xbox One will not have to wait much longer. The latest Xbox One update has started to roll out. The highlight of this update is new, more granular audio controls, which allow users to determine individual volume levels for apps they've snapped into the Xbox One's main display. To put it more simply, if you're playing a game while also chatting with people on Skype, you can turn the game volume down and turn the chat up, preventing your crucial conversation from being drowned out by explosions. Additionally, the update adds a new feedback tool designed to send information directly to Microsoft from the Xbox One automatically. This program is entirely voluntary, but according to Microsoft, the goal is not to snoop on players, but instead collect audio samples which may be used to improve the console's voice recognition capabilities. Like all Xbox One updates, Microsoft plans to gradually issue this new software version to users. While some may find the update available at this very moment, others may have to wait a few hours or even a day. According to Larry Herb, the update should be available to everyone by early next week.
All right. And Wing's already been playing with that one, right?
Yes.
Yep. Cool. So for my last story, and then I kind of have something else if I can throw it in there real fast. Last story, this just was hitting today, and I'm glad Wing put it in here because I was getting ready to do it. It kind of looks weird on the stream.
I know. I'm working on it.
Twitch is about to.
I
is
forgot
ready
to
be-
add in my details for this one, so there we go.
YouTube, so Google's YouTube, whatever you want to say, is about to could be purchasing Twitch for about $1 billion. So, in a way, when I first read this, in a way, it's kind of like, well, it's Google. That's kind of good. They didn't do too much with YouTube, like to just like pull the rug out from everybody. I'm curious on what they want to do with Twitch, if they're just going to keep it the same and go with it. But $1 billion, not too shabby. So everybody will probably read a lot more tomorrow on that because it's just was kind of hitting today. So that's it for that. So the other thing I wanted to do is I put something on Facebook, and I have to mention this because I don't want to promote a game. It's not me. It's just something I saw, and I put it on like I said, on our Facebook, and I'm gonna post the link in our show just to make sure I don't pull Rob. After our show is over, go out to this Kickstarter. If you don't like Kickstarter, don't use Kickstarter. I'm just pointing this out because it's a game. I think there's other ways to support them. It's a game called Universum. If you like a Sim City and you like something world building type of scenario, go look at that game. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't think it's cool, don't do anything. If you support people, support them. I'm not giving it away. I'm not making money off of it or anything. I just thought it was a really cool game. I ended up backing them, and I just felt it necessary of somebody spitting this out to our community to say, hey, just go look at this. Spend 4 minutes and look at it. So, when you have a chance, go check that out. But it's called Universum. It's an indie game. So they're in their last week of backing. But that's all.
All right. So it's community time. That's the end of our topics.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find us. Oh, and what is going on? Besides
Taking a
messing with
drink?
stuff today. Wow, I lost you. Oh, look at you guys. You're gone. I put something up over your cameras so people can see like my folders now. Wow, I'm messing up left and right.
Yeah.
Oh well, they'll be
Hey,
back.
we're back. There we go.
There you go. Anyways, so you can follow us on Facebook. Check out our website, thisxboxlife.com. We also, of course, have a Twitter account that you can follow. And be sure to send us a voicemail. You can go to thisxboxlife.com and click on the right-hand side of the screen where the voicemail message box is, and you can leave us a voicemail that we will put into the show. And as always, please support us by using our Amazon affiliate link. You can go straight to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon or go to our website and click the link on the bottom right-hand side. All right, so let's get into our retail releases for the week. Do we have anything new out there, Bo? I know you said you were looking forward to your game of the year.
Well, that's a week and a couple days out. So.
Oh, okay.
This week's release is Wolfenstein New Order, and that's about it.
Next week's the big week, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you order the Wolfenstein: The New Order, you get free beta access to Doom.
Oh yes, Doom.
Doom 4, right?
Or whatever. I think they're just calling it Doom now, right? Or it? I know it's Doom 4, but didn't they just go with did they drop the number?
No, maybe they are rebooting it.
I have no idea. How do you reboot something with no story to begin with?
That's good point.
They could just call every version Doom.
I just remember Doom 3 just scaring I mean, it was in a room darker than what I'm in now. Like I podcast with no lights. All the light you see is from my 2 monitors, but just pitch black room, and all of a sudden I'm like this close to the computer with my little flashlight. One of those things jump out around the corner and scared the crap out of me.
If that scared you, then don't play Dead Space.
Dead Space, I don't. I haven't played any of them. So, nope, don't play that.
All right. Well, if you guys have not pre-ordered the game, be sure you can go out and pre-order it now. Well, it's probably too late to pre-order it, but you can order it through Amazon and our affiliate link again. So if you want it, then hey, go out and get it there. So I think that's about it, right, guys?
Yep.
Thanks, Bo, for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. Always have a blast.
So remember to support us on Amazon, also to rate us 5 stars in iTunes as well. And I guess with that, and don't forget, keep buying from Amazon because we are going to give away an Xbox One this year. So to one lucky winner, and it won't be Braun. So with that, I am Mark, aka Wingman709. I'm taking off.
Brun, BJ, Swick 33, have a good one.
Vengeful Loki, until next time.